Ezra, speedy, near side, working on Webb. Webb, nice defense to turn him back. Here's Bayless. Touch pass to Shoshki. Bratcher plays it off of a knee and rolls back to Fonseca, who lets it roll for a goal kick.
28 minutes left in this half. 4 shots. Maple Leafs have 4 shots, and Knights have 0. Still 0-0.
Back into play are the Knights. Loose in Maple Leaf territory, far side of the field. It's Williams advancing to to Jenkins, who wins a corner kick, the second of the night for the Knights. Same spot, and see if they can have a different result. Jenkins, the 6'4" striker from England. Coach Newberg talked about that in the pregame interview, that the Maple Leafs are really going to have to limit his action. He's got 6 goals in 6 games, by far their leading goal scorer. So the Maple Leafs have to keep him under wrap. The corner kick is up and is headed out for a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. No harm done.
Knights did a different lineup for the corner kick. They were more vertical with the field instead of horizontal, and were closer to the 6 than the Maple Leafs were.
Shoshki near side for the Maple Leafs, trying to advance it. Turns it over. Knights take possession. It's a nay. Will go back to Merchand. Bullock with it. Maple Leafs applying a little bit more pressure. Merchand, he's got a little bit to set up something. Puts it to Bullock with the right foot. He's tripped up and fouled. Looked like he just stepped on the foot of Almeida, but wins a free kick for the Knights. Webb goes back to his teammate, Hamoy. Now Ane, near side. Sends it into the 18 with it right foot. Players fall down. Williams had actually a shot at it, but was deflected and went out. So it'll be another corner kick for the Knights.
They're doing their same lineup for the corner kick. They don't do as much running into the goal, attacking the goal. They're more on the defensive players to try to psych them out and move around them.
Alvarez, far side corner. Knights with 6 in the box. He puts it up high in the air again. Almeida, first one to touch it for the Maple Leafs. Webb will take a left-footed shot and goes to a diving Fonseca. Dove to his right, made a nice stop. And now rolls to Bratcher, near side. To Ezra. With some room to work near side, he's across midfield. Ezra goes to Shoshki. Touch pass to Ashelman. Ashelman now with some room to work. He's to the top of the 18. Takes a shot. Right foot was deflected by Merchand. And now Williams for the Knights will clear this to midfield to the foot of Bodstieber. Maple Leafs still with possession. Bodstieber to Ashelman. Touch pass to Eichenberger. Ashelman goes back to Eichenberger. Tries to cross it. Merchand to deflect it. Shoshki now. Ezra. Maple Leafs have it still in Knight territory. Bayless near side. Bratcher sends it into the air with a right foot header from Ashelman. Goes right to the hands of Weiger.
Ashelman header
for another save. Weiger puts this back into play to Ane, near side, now top of the 18. It's Merchand. Bullock. Knights taking their time yet again. Here is Hamoy to Williams. Far side at midfield, Hamoy. Now he's going back towards his own net. Bullock to Webb. Webb plays it back to Rice. Near side, Ane. Ane still with it, goes to Rice. Rice sends it with a right foot, looking for Williams. Finds the head of Eichenberger instead. Schmucker now with it at midfield. Schmucker still going. Sends it out wide, far side to Eichenberger. Eichenberger goes to Ashelman. Ashelman working in a group of 3 Knights. Loses possession. Shoshki able to clear it. And it will be a Knight throw-in.
Substitutions.
Parasubs coming in.
Number 32.
Substitutions, number 32 from the Knights, Sebastian Gonzalez, and 17 from the Maple Leafs, Jose Villatoro.
In full. Bratcher.
Villatoro comes in for Bratcher, and the Knights enter things back into play. Bullock goes to Merchand. Top of his 18 now, near side to Anay. Merchand sends one long with the right foot, looking for the recently checked in Almeida. Cuts it off with his head. Bullock trying to advance to Gonzalez. Cut off again by Bodstieber. And trying to advance now is Bodstieber. Bliley plays it off his chest at midfield. And resets. Here's Rice at midfield, swarmed by 3 Maple Leafs. Rice advances to Bullock, far side. Bodstieber will cut him off. And the Knights have possession. Here's Williams. Eichenberger cuts it off in the corner. And will be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Fonseca will have a goal kick now.
22 minutes left in this half. 0-0.
Fonseca enters this one back in with a right foot just past midfield off the head of Hamoy. Now ball is loose. Rice and the Knights win it as they look to counter. Bayless will cut off the counter, send it back towards his own bench to Villatoro. Villatoro works towards the middle of the field. He has his play cut off by Webb as he advances. Almeida, a nice tackle, gives to Shoshki near side. Bontrager, right at midfield, was looking for Shoshki, is now doubled. Ball still with the Knights as they reset all the way back to Bullock, middle of his own territory. Anay, near side, Merchand to Bullock. Touch pass to Hamoy at the middle. Ezra, a nice tackle, but we'll go right back to Bullock. Now Bliley far side, even with rather at midfield. Bliley advancing into Maple Leaf territory. He'll slow his dribble. Webb goes to Rice. He's to the top of the 18. Rice is taken down from behind by Shoshki, and a foul is called. Rice still down. Shoshki made the right move to tackle before he got into the box at least, and we will stop play for the injured Rice. Gabby, what have you seen through now 25 minutes of play?
Yeah, both teams are doing really good at communicating with each other. Lots of vocal action going out on the field. They have the Maple Leafs have done a good job at playing hard and playing fast. They keep up their energy. That is not something they are lacking in this game. The Knights are doing a good job at bringing it back and restarting when they get tripped up. They're playing it safe, more on the safer side, but that's what they got to do with these Maple Leafs that just keep going.
Rice is up as the ref talks to the scores table. Knights will have a free kick just about 5 or 6 yards outside of the top of the 18. So the first real test from Fonseca and the Maple Leaf defense. You would have to think that the Knights will put this at the foot of James Jenkins, who's got 6 goals in 6 games. Maple Leafs will form their wall of Ezra, Eichenberger, Bodstieber, Bayless, a four-man wall. Fonseca in goal. Here is Jenkins. Will send it with a right foot low, and ball goes just wide of the right post. A very good attempt from Jenkins to play that low, but was unsuccessful in doing so. So Maple Leafs escaped that threat, and now they are ready to put this back into play off the boot of Fonseca. He goes to Ashelman at midfield. Bliley will get the first touch far side. All the way back into the 18-yard box to Weiger. Now Merchan, Maple Leafs applying a lot of pressure right now. Rice goes to Gonzalez, who loses it. It'll be a Maple Leaf throw-in. Bayless throws this one in off the head of Rice and goes all the way back to Ane. Near side are the Knights. Touch pass back to Merchan, top of his own 18. Swings it far side to Bullock. Knights setting up their counter. Merchand will send this one for Gonzalez down the near side. Goes over the head of him as he chests it to himself. Bayless gives chase into the corner. As a substitution is set to check in for the Knights.
Number 20, Jacob Brisser, going in for number 7, Timmy Ane.
Risser will attempt the throw-in near side in the corner. Sends it to Bullock. Rather to Jenkins. And an offsides to kill that attempt from the Knights. So ball goes back to the Maple Leafs. Fonseca will enter this one back into play with his right foot. First touch won by the Knights. It's Merchan, now Rice, now Hamoy. He's at midfield. Goes near side to Risser, his first touch of tonight's contest. Gonzalez, nice defensive work from Bayless. And the Maple Leafs, Ezra has it now as he nearly drops one. Bayless, near side, goes to Villatoro. Villatoro intercepted by Risser. He still has it. Plays it back to Bayless. Bayless now near side will go back to the keeper, Fonseca, as he sends this one high and into the stands. Knights win possession in front of Maple Leaf, in front of the Maple Leaf bench. It'll be Risser to enter. Gets it to Jenkins. He plays it to Webb. Webb goes back to Jenkins, near side. Here's Risser. Sends it back to Hamoy. All the way back now to Merchan. Bullock. They're back in Knight territory now. Hamoy. Touch pass to Williams. Bliley now at midfield, far side. Rice trying to advance now for the Knights. Plays it ahead too far in front of everybody and goes to the keeper, Fonseca, for an easy save. Fonseca sends this one high and long, looking for Ashelman. Ashelman chases between two Knight defenders and wins this. Turns it over. He had no real help. Now here is Bliley. All the way up to midfield to Gonzalez. They'll switch fields, looking for a running Williams. Eichenberger plays it right back to Fonseca. Ball still in the air, now is touched. Jenkins has it, even with the 18 for the Knights. Sends a low ball, cut off by Shoshki. Villatoro, nice move to get around Resser. Here's Villatoro being held the whole way, plays it to Bontrager. Ref will hand out a card. Looks like to the injured Merchant. Actually, it's going to go to Resser. who was
Yellow
holding
card being
the
issued to Jacob Risser.
jersey of Villatoro up the entire sideline. Hard collision. Both players appear to be okay, as Bayless is set to put it back into play for the Maple Leafs.
We have 15 minutes left in this half.
The score 0-0. Bayless switches fields to Schmucker. He's at midfield and sends this one with the right boot, looking for Villatoro over his head to Resser. Now Webb gives chase for the Knights. Plays it off his right foot back to the Maple Leafs. Almeida played it too far in front of the foot of Villatoro. Knights have possession near side. Resser back to Merchand. Far side Bullock. Knights slowing things down. Merchand goes to Bullock as they look to start an attack. Bodstieber cuts it off. Schmucker heads this one towards midfield. Rice touches it for the Knights. Ball still loose. And won by the Maple Leafs. Bodstieber plays this one up ahead to Bliley. Bliley at midfield, far side for the Knights. Finds Jenkins. Jenkins played it too far in front of himself. Almeida. Villatoro. Almeida now will go back to the keeper. Here's Fonseca. Playing with it a little too much, but able to clear. Bontrager chests it to Villatoro near side, and they're into Knight territory. Villatoro swings it to Ashelman. A perfect pass, but nicely intercepted by Bliley. He'll clear this one high for a throw-in. Substitutions for both sides.
For the Knights, we have number 40,
Number 40.
Seth Nichols. And for the Maple Leafs, we have number 10, Kristen Getzai, and number 9, Uriel
Number
Macias.
9, Uriel Macias. And number 10, Christian Getzai.
All the subs have entered. Playing it in is Eichenberger. He quickly turns this over, and now they'll play it all the way back to Weiger in the 18-yard box. Weiger sends this one long up the far side looking for Williams. Bodstieber, nice defensive work to cut it off. Knights with possession, it'll be Bliley. Far side in Maple Leaf territory. Enters it to Williams. Bodstieber, nice defensive work. Getzai wins it back. Rice with it for the Knights. Puts one in low and will roll out for a goal kick.
We have a substitution for the Marion Knights. 2. We
Marion
have
substitution.
number 18, Zach Quante, and number 13. And number 13, not on the roster.
Along with number 13.
Bodstieber with it. Advances to Bontrager. Far side. Bodstieber. Doubled. Goes to Bontrager. Eichenberger. Getzai. They tried to advance up the far side. Still with it is Getzai. Getzai working. He's got a man wide open on the near side. Shoshki goes to the middle to Eichenberger. Is cleared away by the Knights. Almeida plays it further to himself. Now will clear to Villatoro and Resser. Villatoro tried to win one. Resser, nice defensive work. Bayless will throw in for the Maple Leafs towards Uriel Macias. His first touch of tonight's game unsuccessful. Resser near side. Bayless. Shoshki. Bayless. Touch pass to Villatoro. He's wrapped up No call. Here's Bullock to Resser. Knights working on their own territory. A turnover. Bontrager into the 18. Left-footed shot on the ground is just wide of the right post. Will be a goal kick for the Knights.
11 minutes left. Maple Leafs have had 5 shots, and Knights have had 2. Still 0-0.
Back into play. Bullock. Marchand. Thought about sending one deep. Will elect to go short. Knights still with possession. Bullock. To Hamoy. Resser near side. Maple Leafs applying a lot of pressure. Hamoy goes back to Bullock. Knights still with it in their own territory. Bliley on the far side. Didn't play it. And will be a Maple Leaf throw-in. Eichenberger quickly into Bontrager. Bontrager room to work. He's to the 18. Still working. Double team now. Still has it. Plays it ahead looking for Eichenberger. Can't find him. Schmucker tripped up hard and is fouled. Schmucker helped up by Rice. Good sportsmanship. Maple Leafs will have a free kick in Knights territory. 9:34 remain in the first half of play. 0-0 from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. Here's Eichenberger. He stands over it. He'll send it into the 18-yard box with the left foot. High. Too far it appears, and is too far, right to the hands of a leaping Weiger. Near side Resser. Knights with possession. He'll send one long with a right boot. Looking for Rice. Rice into the back line of defense. Nice play from the Maple Leafs. Fonseca, who actually came all the way out of the 18-yard box. A shot attempt for Gonzalez was possible because there was nobody in the net, but he missed it well wide left. No harm done.
8 minutes left.
Fonseca, an aggressive keeper. Works most of the time for him. He'll put this one back into play with a right boot. Pass midfield. Rice, first touch for the Knights. Gonzalez plays to Rice, near side. He advances. Bayless, a nice defensive effort to cut him off. Rice still with it, though, near side. Villatoro, nice slide tackle to knock it out and actually win it back. Very nice. Bayless throws this into Villatoro. Bayless looking for Shoshki, but couldn't find him. Shoshki now wins it back. Schmucker clears it, tried to switch to Bontrager. Bliley cuts it off. Now Bliley goes ahead into the deep corner to his teammate. They'll send it into the 18-yard box. It is headed wide left. Again, no harm done from the Knights. Fonseca, another goal kick for the Maple Leafs in the highlighter green. Sends it with a right boot well wide and goes out for a for a Knights throw-in, far side, right around midfield.
Maple Leafs are repositioning for the next 7 minutes. Still 0-0.
Bliley will throw in far side. Advances it up the far side. Bodstieber cuts it off from Hamoy. And will be a Knight throw-in. They'll keep possession deep in Maple Leaf territory, far side corner rather. Here is Hamoy. Bliley with it. working back towards midfield. Now goes all the way back to Bullock at midfield, far side. Hamoy goes near side to Belisle. The cross attempt unsuccessful. Rice missed the attempted bicycle kick. Uriel Macias now near side. Tried to play it to Bontrager. Was a poor pass. Bullock trying to counter. Off the back of the leg of Bayless. Now here's Villatoro. Flashy and quick. He tried to pass to Macias. Unable to do so. Gonzalez back to Resser. All the way back to Marchand. Maple Leafs applying a lot of pressure. Here's Weiger. He'll slow things down.
No pressure from the Maple Leafs.
Marchand near side. Resser. Resser goes to Hamoy, back to Marchand. Under 5.5 minutes remain now in the first half. Bullock back to Marchand. Macias gives chase near side now to Resser. He'll send one long with a right boot. Right to the hands of Fonseca. No harm done. Fonseca sends one with a right boot. Looking for Macias. He gets first touch. Plays it to Getzai off his back of his head. Here's Bontrager now far side. Even with the 18. Sends a cross in. It's headed out by the Knights. Rice with it. To Nichols. All the way back to Rice. Rice advances playing it ahead to Gonzalez. Fonseca will beat him to it. And send it past midfield to Marchand. Getzai chases, wins it for the Maple Leafs. Deep in Knight territory, nice chip ahead pass. Just too far in front of Macias and is corralled by Weiger. Weiger quickly advances to the head of Bayless. Maple Leafs have possession again. Eichenberger, far side, turns it over. Knights advancing up the far side of the field. Still working are the Knights, cut off by Almeida. Now here are the Maple Leafs as they look to counter. Eichenberger goes near side. Villatoro, speedy. Villatoro advancing. Villatoro around one. Now has to give chase. And one back by the Maple Leafs. Substitutions first.
Substitutions for the Knights. Number 12, Kent Bailey, and number 5. And number 5.
For the Maple Leafs, Connor Wise.
We have 3 minutes left remaining in this half. And number 3 went in for the Maple Leafs, Connor Wise.
Bayless will throw this one in near side. Gets to Macias, even with the 18. Macias still with it. And keeps possession for the Maple Leafs near side in the corner. Bayless will still throw this one in to Macias. Bayless to Wise in the 18. Goes back to Getzai. Getzai sends this one in high, right to Weiger.
Getzai.
Weiger will slow things down.
No pressure from Maple Leafs.
Bailey. Far side. Now towards the middle of the field are the Knights. Near side Resser. They're into Maple Leaf territory. Resser plays this to Hamoy. Nice tackle from Schmucker to eliminate the threat. Fonseca will swing this one out wide to Villatoro. Villatoro, far side. Is tripped up hard. That very easy call for the ref. A poor attempt of a tackle. Easy yellow card.
We got just under 2 minutes left.
Maple Leafs will have possession. It'll be Bodstieber. We're under 2 minutes now in the first half. Still 0-0. Getsai. Back to Viator, all the way back to Bodstieber. Far side at midfield. Bodstieber played that ahead to nobody. Weiger will be the first recipient for the Knights in goal. Here are the Knights. Go near side to Merchand. Resser in front of his own bench. Resser. Poor pass attempt from the Knights leads to a turnover, and now Maple Leafs have possession. Shoshki. Doubled. Gets through it. Merchand there. Shoshki still with it. Plays it up the near side. Nichols. Shoshki. Shoshki with it. Plays it ahead to Wise. Wise chips this one into the hands of Weiger. Not much he could do. Was running out of real estate down the near side and goes to the keeper. Under a minute now remains. 0-0 the score at the John Engled Athletic Complex between the Marion University Knights and the Goshen College Maple Leafs. This is 91.1 The Globe. Here is the Knights near side. Plays it ahead to Hamoy.
35 seconds.
Middle of the field is Bailey. He'll swing it out wide. Poor pass. Will go back to the Maple Leafs.
Less than 30 seconds left in this half.
Eichenberger enters to Schmucker. Goes back to Almeida. He's had a nice defensive first half. Maple Leafs were looking like they were going to gear up another counter before the end of the half. Poor pass from Almeida. As we're now under 10 seconds.
7.
And that will do it
6,
for the first
5,
half of action
4,
on 91.1 The Globe.
2,
My name is William Troyer,
1.
joined by Gabriella. 0-0 the score at the end of one half. We'll come back for first half analysis on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Welcome back here on 91.1 The Globe, live from the John Engled Athletic Complex for Goshen College men's soccer action. The score after 45 minutes remains at a deadlock of 0-0. Last time we were here, I want to say it was 2-1 at half, so a much quieter first half from both sides. Let's take you through some stats first. Goshen College had 6 shots to the Knights' 4 attempts. 4 shots were on goal for the Maple Leafs, only 1 for the Knights. 3 fouls for the Knights, just 2 for the Maple Leafs. 2 yellow cards for the Knights, none for the Maple Leafs. 4 saves from Weiger in goal, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana. He's done a nice job in that first half. Maple Leafs just had 1 save from Fonseca. The shot leaders for each side, each with 2, is Gonzalez, Sebastian Gonzalez for the Knights, and for the Maple Leafs, it is Ryan Silva de Almeida. He's had a couple headers just too high of the crossbar. So with that, we now bring in Gabby for the first half analysis. Gabby, what do you have from that first half?
Yeah, so the Maple Leafs and the Knights both came out looking very, very strong. Maple Leafs were fast and most of the time were the first to the touch. As soon as they got the touch, they passed right to their players. They did this better at the beginning of the half than they did at the end. They would get the ball and pass right away to their player. Towards the end of the half, they were trying to run up the field more, and that is something that they will need to work on for this next half if they want to advance the field and get more shots on goal, is to pass right away and keep bouncing it off of each other. They're playing with great energy. They are talking really well, and they are going right back to the field as soon as they get the ball. So as soon as they're in possession, they are climbing that field and not letting up and not giving up on who has the ball. So as soon as the other team has the ball, they are attacking with full force, and if not one of them is on them, they have maybe 2 or 3. I would say the same for the Knights. They were playing very aggressively, as you heard from the statistics. They got 2 yellow cards. They were playing more defensively, I would say, as they got more tired. The Maple Leafs wore them out a little bit. They did have really good talking towards the middle of the half. They did not start out that way, however, so I think that is what tripped them up right at the beginning. Lost some confidence probably in their abilities as they saw that the Maple Leafs were coming out a little stronger. But they did have good resets. When they would finally get the ball back, they would bring it back to their defenders and play the field, switch the fields pretty well. But yeah, they are going to need to continue to switch the fields, loosen up their defense and offense. They were getting a little bit crammed, and they were getting really frustrated too. So using their keeping their cool, I would say, keeping their head on straight. And for the Maple Leafs, they are going to need to pass a little bit faster to each other, as I said, and get a shot in. We were so close 6 times, but we just got to get one in.
Yeah, I think a frustrating first half from the Maple Leafs, especially from their standpoint. It felt like in that first half they really dominated the first 25 to almost 30 minutes of it, but they weren't able to score. And then the Knights kind of took some of that momentum back. But the Maple Leafs, again, as you said, they had a lot of opportunities with a lot of space to work, and it seemed like they just kept the ball too long or weren't seeing maybe the sides to reverse the field and look for that counterattack. So that's definitely something that I think they're going to have to work on in that second half. Looking back to the pregame interview with Coach Victor Newberg, he said that they really needed to focus in on James Jenkins, again, the Knights' leading goal scorer, who had 6 goals in 6 games. He's been a non-factor tonight. Maple Leafs have done a really nice job swarming him every time he touches the ball. And actually, he sat out for the final 20 minutes of that first half, so Maple Leafs did a nice job neutralizing their best offensive player. And I think if they continue to do that, they're going to find some more attempts on offense, and they'll be able to pull ahead in this one, especially in that second half. When we come back, we continue the first half analysis, as well as Gabby's keys to the second half. That's coming up next on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Welcome back here on 91.1 The Globe, live from the John Engold Athletic Complex for Goshen College men's soccer action. We're through one half of play. The score 0-0 between the Goshen College Maple Leafs and the Marian University Knights. The Maple Leafs entered this one at 0-1-1, and the Knights entered this one at 1-4-1. We're at a deadlock of 0. We now bring Gabby back into the broadcast to talk about her keys to the game at the start of the game and see how each team is doing. So first for the Maple Leafs, you said defensively they've got to keep an eye on Marion's best player, James Jenkins, and I think they've done a really nice job of that so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they seem to swarm him every time, as you said, and have not let him have any shots. And he actually is the one that came off the field very, very frustrated, and that is what they were trying to do. So that is great for the Maple Leafs. I also mentioned that they will need to keep the ball on their offensive side, and they have been able to do that. As soon as they lose possession, they swarm and they get the ball back, and then they bring it right up, either through a long ball that they're doing really well, or through tiny wall passes through each other. And they are, like you said, applying pressure to the defense is applying a good pressure, but they are also applying really good pressure when they're in the offense, keeping the ball in the Knights' territory.
And then for the Knights, you said that they've got to keep a lot of possession. How do you think they did about that in that first half?
Yeah, so the Knights are actually not doing as well on the possession half. They are getting the ball some, but as soon as they do, the Maple Leafs attack them. So, yeah, they have to do a better job at doing that, keeping the possession this next half. And, yeah, they need to get a little bit more aggressive with these Maple Leafs. They're coming out strong.
Yeah, then the final one you just said, a quick start to that first half, and that was unsuccessful from the Knights. They really came out and allowed the Maple Leafs to jump all over them and really do whatever they wanted. But as far as keeping possession for the Knights, they were pretty sloppy in their own half of the field. They just the passes were lazy, or they would just misplay them too far in front of their teammate, and it would go back to the Maple Leafs. So they really got to value their possession time, because all signs point to the Maple Leafs breaking through and scoring a goal in this one, just because of how aggressive their offensive unit has been. So all of that will be something to watch in this second half.
And the easiest way to do this is to play short and easy passes to each other, to their teammates. And the Maple Leafs are doing this pretty well. They just get tripped up if someone goes too long or someone's not open. So I'm sure they have been talking about that all through this halftime, and we'll do a better job at that. Hopefully we can get some shots in.
Something else to note is that the Knights' offensive attack is really coming from, which is a testament to the Maple Leafs defense, is that they're waiting in the back half of their territory, and then they're trying to send it to a runner up the sideline, which is not a very effective way to score. So the Maple Leafs have done a really nice job in forcing those long passes and not allowing the short passes.
Yeah.
When we come back, we get into second half action on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Welcome back here on 91.1 The Globe, live from the John Engold Athletic Complex for Goshen College men's soccer action. My name is William Troyer here with Gabby for Goshen College men's soccer, as they are in their second home game of the 2020 season. It was cut a little bit short because of the virus, but they're back on track to make up all of their games. They've got one tonight, Thursday at Grace, and then Saturday at home against Taylor. 45 minutes remaining in the second half, or rather as we are set to begin the second half. Maple Leafs will have possession. We'll reset the field for you. Maple Leafs will now be going from right to left. Knights will be going left to right. Knights in their navy roads. Goalie in gray for the Maple Leafs. Their home whites. Goalie in home neon yellow. Macias will start this half with possession for the Maple Leafs. He goes back to Schmucker. Schmucker sends one long to Ashelman near side. He's got it taken away. Shoshki able to win it back for the Maple Leafs. Here's Ashelman near side. Plays it back to Eichenberger. Back to Bodstieber. Bodstieber up ahead with a left boot, was looking for Macias. Intercepted nicely by the Knights. And now they try to find Jenkins. Bodstieber defending closely. Knights with possession. Gonzalez far side of the field. Good chase down defense from, I believe that's Villatoro of the Maple Leafs, and it is, and they win possession back for the Maple Leafs far side. The throw-in will be from Bayless to Villatoro, far side. He's doubled, loses possession. Gonzalez now has it far side for the Knights. Ball not moving a whole lot. Now it does, as it's played all the way back to a knee. Merchand, a poor pass. Ashelman intercepts it. He's at the top of the 18. He's around one, takes a shot with the right foot, and in the back of the net, Stuart Ashelman scores.
A minute and 10 seconds. 1-0.
And that goal was set up by the poor pass from Merchand. As we talked about, the Knights were sloppy in the back half with their passes. That one really hurt them. A bad pass from Merchand and was cut off nicely by Ashelman, who was able to create some space and put one into the back of the net with his right foot. 1-0 Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs really saw that advantage and took it to the goal.
In the 47th minute. Unassisted goal by Stuart Ashelman.
Ball into play is will be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Knights will have to pick up the intensity, I'm sure. Fonseca has it. We'll place it at the 6-yard box.
That was for your mother. Good job, Stuart.
Fonseca enters with a right foot. Just past midfield. First touch by the Knights. Shoshki to Macias. Macias trying to fight off Bullock. Bliley plays this one to Shoshki's foot. He intercepts it in Knight territory. Ashelman with a beautiful touch move to get around one. He still has it, goes to Getsai. Getsai plays it out wide now, Bayless. They'll slow pace and go to Almeida. Almeida looking for Villatoro. He's got the speed to recover and does so. He's at the far side even with the 18. Villatoro tried to cross one in. Ran out of room and will be a goal kick for Weiger.
Shot. Goal kick. Knights.
Maple Leafs are really coming in with the intensity this half, again, as they did in the first half, and it seems like the Knights were just not ready for it again.
Weiger will have the goal kick with the right foot. Plays it nicely to the head of Almeida for the Maple Leafs. Ball loose and goes to Hamoy. They'll play it back to Weiger, who sends one back towards midfield, looking for the 6'4 Jenkins, who gets a head on it, now finds Williams. Williams plays it too far in front to Fonseca, who puts it up into the air with a left foot to Bliley. Chest is at the midfield, near side. Bliley still with it. Plays it nicely to Jenkins, but he played it too far off his foot. Fonseca, a falling away kick. And Maple Leafs avoid any self-inflicted wound, but Knights have possession. Shoshki off of Bliley. Shoshki, nice win, and now is cleared by Eichenberger. They find Ashelman at midfield near side. Ashelman falling down and loses it, but Schmucker there to pick it back up. He finds Macias. Macias looking for Ashelman. A beautiful pass ahead. Ashelman was offsides.
Offside, Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs, a lot of early looks in this second half already. Weiger. Sends it long. Almeida, nice win to Villatoro. Villatoro loses it back. Almeida there to take possession. Almeida chipping it ahead, looking for Macias. Merchand able to cut it off. Far side. Anay sends this one with a left foot, looking for Jenkins. Almeida cuts it off again. Nice defensive work from the Maple Leafs. Bayless, nice pass to Villatoro. He can't win it. Bailey. Now Bullock. He'll play it back to Weiger. Weiger to Merchant, far side.
Only 5 minutes in, and there is a lot going on the field, a lot of energy, and a lot of pressure from the Maple Leafs.
Bodstieber up ahead to Bliley. He'll chest it down to himself. Hamoy working amongst a couple Maple Leaf defenders. He'll go back to Bullock. Puts one on the ground to Bailey. Swings it far side to Anay. He's at midfield. Was looking for Jenkins. Played it to Williams instead. The counter. Just too far in front of Jenkins. Bayless cuts it off and wins a goal kick. Beautifully played by the Maple Leafs defensive unit. So will be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs. Fonseca places this at the 6-yard box. He'll send it long. Just past midfield, Macias. Maybe got the first touch. Schmucker now with it. Ball's loose. Gonzalez plays this one ahead, looking for Williams. Eichenberger gives chase, cuts him off. Another nicely played defensive effort by the Maple Leafs. Williams will throw this one in near side even with the 18. Finds Bliley, goes back to Williams. Bliley near side. Plays it to himself. Shoshki, nice defensive work. And the Maple Leafs win back possession. Great work in the near side corner by the Maple Leafs. Not the first time we've seen that tonight from them. Getsai goes over his head to Shoshki. Unable to play it. Bad pass from Bullock. Macias has it now for the Maple Leafs. He's triple teamed, still with it. Gets rid of it. Now finds Bodstieber. Swings it far side to Bayless. Beautiful ball from Bodstieber. Bayless cut off by Gonzalez, but Maple Leafs will still have possession, just in their own territory. Villatoro working back towards the middle of the field. Successfully does so. Plays this one to Ashelman. A nice touch pass ahead to Schmucker, or rather to Shoshki. He couldn't get it, but it will be a corner kick for the Maple Leafs. Nice, quick, short passes like you mentioned in the halftime show that led now to that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Getsai will be the corner kick taker.
Again, the Maple Leafs do a nice run up to the goal when the ball is released from the foot of the kicker.
Getsai plays it short to Eichenberger. He's going to take a left-footed shot. Low, just wide of the right post. Eichenberger, the left foot dominant player, had a brilliant look at the goal, was just unable to place it where he wanted. Weiger will put this back into play. He's had an active first couple minutes in this second half. He sends it long to the 6'4" Jenkins. Rice plays it to Jenkins, cut off by Bayless. Schmucker looking for Villatoro. Anay cuts it off. Now here's Rice trying to push and loses it out of bounds. Throw in for the Knights. Rather for the Maple Leafs. Bayless puts it in for Villatoro. He does a nice job sealing his defender to find Macias. Macias quickly double-teamed. Wins possession back nicely. Macias. Stoppage in play for Villatoro. Not sure what was wrong. He's ready to play. Ref thought he was hurt or something, but we're back into play. Macias. Triple teamed. Getzai came to help. They weren't able to win it and goes back to the Knights. Ane throws this one into Jenkins. Macias looking for Stuart Ashelman. Finds him in the near side corner. Working on Bliley. Ashelman unable to win it. Bliley does a nice job to take possession back. Here's Williams streaking up the near side for the Knights. Gets around Bodstieber. Williams still with it. Looking to set up a cross. Does so low. Almeida cuts it off. And Bayless clears. Nice defensive work yet again by the Maple Leafs.
He went through 3 guys there. The Maple Leafs were not ready for him to continue all the way up, so their defense was not in place, which led for some scary action.
Bailey sends it in with a left foot right to Fonseca, who punches it away nicely. And now Bayless will run it down. He's got room. They're going to try and counter. Bayless goes short to Villatoro. Bad pass intercepted by the Knights.
Corner kick, Mary.
The Knights win a corner kick for themselves, their 4th of the contest, 1st of the half.
They're all lined up with each other.
Corner kick is up. It's low, right to Fonseca. They're going to try and counter. He's going to send it long, looking for Stuart Ashelman. He's got one-on-one. There's Ashelman. Nicely done. Plays it to the top of the 18.
Ugh.
Nice defensive work from Bliley. Switching field with a right foot is Bliley. Plays it ahead. Knights with numbers. Foul. Things getting a little chippy down there. Bodstieber and Rice going head-to-head. Bodstieber with 3 inches on Rice. Rice trying to place the kick. Maple Leafs not allowing it. Now there's a group of about 7 as they start pushing each other.
This is not helping anything.
Knights will have the free kick if they're ever able to sort this out. Rice was trying to play it, or rather place the free kick 5 yards ahead of where the Maple Leafs liked it. So the Maple Leafs didn't allow it now. The ref comes in, places it. 33-39 remain. 1-0 the score for the Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs make their wall.
3-man wall consisting of Macias, Eichenberger, and Getzai. Rice will take the kick with a right foot. It's low, deflected, and into the back of the net. Unfortunate because I believe the Maple Leafs wall deflected that, which then was misdirected into the back of the net. Goal for the Knights, and we're now back to even.
33 minutes left in the game. Maple Leafs are not letting down. They are encouraging each other. They'll just need to keep up their communication and continue their wall passes all the way up to the opponent's goal,
For
like they did last time.
Lucas Bontrager.
Bontrager checks back into the game. 1-1 the score now from the John Ingold Athletic Complex. Bontrager puts it into play to Schmucker.
In the 57th minute, Marion goal scored by Jalen Rice, number 22.
Knights will have possession. They inbound. Here's Rice. Plays it ahead to Bodstieber. Bodstieber tried to pass it ahead. Was intercepted by Bliley. Now Eichenberger intercepts this one. He plays it to Ashelman. Ashelman played it too far in front of himself. Will be a goal kick. Weiger will have the goal kick. Sends it long with a right boot. Finds Jenkins. Eichenberger here to play it. Handball. Rice will put this into play. Plays it short to Bliley. Bliley gives it back to Rice. Rice sends it. Bad pass right to Almeida. Bliley now with it. Shoshki with a nice defensive work. And is fouled. Rice, with his third or fourth aggressive tackle, will pick up a yellow card. Knights with 3 bookings on the night. Shoshki got hit real hard. 31:56 remain in the second half. 1-1 the score. Knights with the equalizer in the 57th minute. Both goals coming in the second half.
He's crawling off the field.
Shoshki's down. We're going to step aside on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Back here on 91.1 The Globe, Shoshki is off the field. Ezra came in to sub, and we're back into play. Fonseca. Another Maple Leaf injured. This time, it's Almeida. Shoshki off with an apparent head injury. Almeida, I think he cramped. He's stretching out his calf. He's back on his feet. We'll get back into play. Bayless will enter far side right at midfield. Puts it in, looking for Getzai. Now Eichenberger, or rather that's Villatoro. Villatoro switches fields to Ashelman. Ashelman working. Bliley cuts him off. Here's Rice. Bliley, near side Bailey. Here is Jenkins now. Knights moving into Maple Leaf territory. Rice. Still with it. Looking for Jenkins. Bayless. Nice defensive work to cut it off. Will still be Knights ball. Throw in far side even with the 18.
30 minutes left in this half. 1-1.
Ball back into play. Williams off of his chest. Rice, a chip pass to Bliley in the 18, near side. Headed away by Bodstieber. Will be a corner kick for the Knights.
Knights, corner kick.
Knights with their second corner of the second half, their 5th of the game. All 4 unsuccessful to this point. Rice will take it. Near side. Ball is low. Off the head, punched away by Fonseca, still loose in the top of the 18. Shot way off. Goal kick from Fonseca. Fonseca to midfield to Bailey. He gets first touch. Gonzalez with it now for the Knights, far side. Working on Bayless. Gets around Bayless. Advancing. Chips it in. Eichenberger plays it to his chest and kicks it out. Off the top of the scoreboard will be a corner kick again for the Knights. Their 3rd now of the half, 6th of the game.
Corner kick, Marion.
Still all even at 1 apiece. Rice will take this one. Puts it again low. Almeida. Villatoro clears for the Maple Leafs, and they do a nice job to shut down the corner. Knights will have possession. A throw in, far side. Anaya throws it into Gonzalez. Villatoro intercepts it. Almeida clears. Ashelman gives chase all the way out to Weiger. He clears it. And a goal is scored by the Knights off of that deflection. Maple Leafs had 3 around it, including the goalie. Williams just beat them all to it and was able to kick it into the back of the net. 2-1 now, the score for the Knights.
The Knights have their energy and their enthusiasm back, so the Maple Leafs are going to have to work a little bit harder to get that their hopes up again. Get that second goal in there. They're going to need to use a lot of their energy in this next 5 minutes if they want another one.
Knights with all of the momentum right now. Bayless with it. Bratcher looking for Getsai, cut off by Ane. Maple Leafs have played behind in both of their games, losing one and tying the other. Here's Bliley at midfield, near side. Sends it in with a right foot. Gonzalez able to head it, but Bayless will take it back. Bayless far side. Plays it low to Bontrager. Bayless with it at midfield. Getsai. Back to Bayless. Schmucker. Schmucker sends it to Ashelman, near side. Williams able to deflect it off of Ashelman, and ball goes back to the Knights. Substitutions for the Knights. Checking in is number 20.
Number 20, Jacob Brisser. And number 2, Alex Webb.
Knights will enter it to Quanti. Eichenberger to Bontrager. looking for Ashelman. Behind him,
Scored by Chad
able to recover.
Williams. Assist,
Bliley knocks it out.
Brendan Weiger.
Here is Bontrager to Eichenberger. Eichenberger flips fields all the way over to Bratcher. Bratcher chips this one up, looking for Bontrager. Bontrager plays it to himself. He's taken down. No foul. A fairly obvious foul, not called, just outside the 6-yard box. Weiger will put this back into play. Bodstieber, nice job to win it back. Goes to the head of Bliley. Now Ezra. Bodstieber plays it back to Fonseca. Fonseca, too high, will go out in front of the Knights bench. Knights with possession. Bliley throws this one in to Nichols. Bodstieber easily wins it. As he advances, goes back to Schmucker now. Schmucker over to Bratcher. Nice tackle from Wrestler, but misplays it to Bayless. Bayless of the Maple Leafs loses possession. That goes back to the Knights. Resser will inbound this far side. Look for Gonzalez. Bayless cuts it off. Here's Resser, and now ball goes back to the Maple Leafs. Bayless throws this one all the way up to Bratcher. Far side. Bratcher taken down, and will be a foul on the Knights.
Just under 25 minutes left in this game. Knights have 2, and Maple Leafs have 1.
Bayless will attempt, or rather take, the free kick in Knight territory. Still waiting, letting the Maple Leafs set up in the box. Bayless with a right foot. It's high. Headed once by Merchan. Bratcher able to touch it. Goes back to Schmucker. Schmucker switches fields looking for Eichenberger. Does so. He's into the 18-yard box. Crosses it. Viatoro just missed it out of the air. And will be a goal kick to the Knights. Weiger will take the goal kick. .23 minutes remain in the second half. 2-1 Knights advantage. Weiger's kick short off the knee of Eichenberger. Eichenberger plays to Stuart Ashelman, near side. Switches fields to Bratcher. Bratcher, top of the 18, takes a right-footed shot. Too high. But another shot attempt from the Maple Leafs. Weiger stands at the 6-yard box to put it back into play. Puts it into play. Nichols, first touch for the Knights. Bodstieber, nice header. Bliley gives chase and picks it up near side into Maple Leaf territory. Here's Bailey. Plays it to Rice. Rice with room to work. Gets a nice defensive play. Back to Fonseca, who sends this to midfield. Webb for the Knights with it. Finds Bailey. Now Rice. Rice advancing. Takes a shot, and it was too high. Will be a goal kick for the Maple Leafs.
21 minutes remaining. 2-1 Knights.
Fonseca sends it just past midfield. Schmucker to Bratcher, rather to Webb for the Knights. Gonzalez, far side. Bratcher chases him down. Webb with it for the Knights. Bratcher, nice tackle. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Far side in the corner, deep in Maple Leaf territory. Ball is entered to the top of the 18. It's loose. Nichols. Rice off the back of Villatoro. Bratcher with it. Looking for Bontrager down the far side. And he'll get possession back. Substitution.
We have substitutions going in.
Almeida back in for
Almeida for the number 12 for the Goshen, and number 9, James Jenkins for the Knights.
the Knights.
Ball back into play. Bontrager ahead to Bayless. Bayless trying to win a corner. He still has it after a couple deflections. Bratcher, far side. Getzai. Getzai goes middle to Bodstieber. Bodstieber chips it, looking for Villatoro. Couldn't find him. Bliley advances. Bodstieber intercepts. Ball still with the Knights. Nice defensive work from the Maple Leafs. Villatoro working towards the middle. He turned it over. Now here's Jenkins. Misplayed it. Getzai to Eichenberger. Ball goes back to the Maple Leafs. Schmucker to Almeida. Almeida working. He's at midfield. Gives to Villatoro. Villatoro near side. Goes to Bontrager. Bontrager doubled. Knights with possession. They'll throw in. Bliley enters it. Bodstieber and Jenkins fighting for it. Ball still with the Knights. Far side Gonzalez. He misplayed it. Bratcher to Getzai. Now to Bayless. Far side back into Maple Leaf territory, or rather into Knights territory are the Maple Leafs. Bratcher tried to cross off the back of a Knight. Bratcher still trying and now wins a throw-in far side. Ball entered to Getzai, far side. Tries to find Bontrager, unsuccessful. Stuart Ashelman now with it. He'll take a shot. It's off the keeper's gloves and will be a corner kick for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs with their second corner of the half. It'll be Eichenberger to attempt. Eichenberger sends it in, hooking towards the goal. Back to Bratcher. Bratcher goes to Bontrager. Room to work in the 18. Passes to Ashelman. Ashelman, top of the 18 shot is deflected by Merchand. Near side, Ashelman will run it down. Plays it back to Bodstieber. Bodstieber Looking for Bontrager. And is cut off by the goalie, Weiger.
.16 left. 2-1 Knights.
Weiger sends it just past midfield. Jenkins. Bodstieber defending. Getside cuts it off. Almeida trying to advance it. Finds Bliley, though. Bliley near side. Gives to Webb. Back to the middle of the field to Bailey. Bailey goes far side to Gonzalez. Ball is loose still with the Knights. Here's Rice now. Gets to the top of the 18, takes a shot with the right foot right to the keeper, Fonseca. Looking for Bratcher. Off the head of Bliley. Chested by Ashelman. Advanced to Bontrager. Cleared away by Merchand. Bratcher off the foot of Bliley will be a throw-in for the Maple Leafs. Goes to Stuart Ashelman. Cut off by Webb. Merchand off the back of Bontrager. It will be a goal kick for the Knights. Substitution.
2 substitutions for the Knights. We have number 10, Marcus Hemio, and number 34, number 34, Chad Williams.
Knights will have a goal kick. It'll be Weiger.
Little less than 15 minutes left in the game.
2-1 Knights advantage. Maple Leafs looking for their first Crossroads League win of the season. Bayless will get first touch off of the foot of Weiger. Plays it to Villatoro. Nice pass to Getsai, back to Villatoro. He's taken down hard and fouled. Villatoro still down. And is now on his feet. Maple Leafs set to put this back into play. It's Getsai. Low to Eichenberger. Ball is up in the air.
Oh.
And caught by the keeper, Weiger. Weiger kicks it to Almeida. Jenkins there to recover for the Knights. Now they're with it. Rice, Webb, near side in Maple Leaf territory. Here's Williams. Williams goes to the corner. Passes back to Webb. Webb now with it, working on Schmucker. Maple Leafs, rather the Knights keep possession as another sub checks in.
Number 7, Timmy Ani checks in for the Knights.
Knights will have a throw in, near side. They're on top 2-1. 12:30 remains in the second half. Bliley wins a corner kick.
Corner kick, Marion.
.12 minutes left in the game. Knights ball with Knights up 2-1 Maple Leafs.
Rice will take the corner. Headed right to the keeper. Fonseca looking for Bontrager. Villatoro near side for the Maple Leafs. advancing. Doubled and taken away. Bodstieber cuts it off. Now here's Eichenberger. To Getzai. Back to Eichenberger. Eichenberger swings it far side to Bratcher. Bratcher sends it into the box. Bliley heads it away and will be a corner kick for the Maple Leafs.
But first, checking in, Ariel Macias.
Maple Leafs set to take their third corner of the night as a sub checks in, rather the third of the second half. Bratcher will attempt the corner.
All of their players are in the 18 defending their goal.
Bratcher near side. Maple Leafs trail 2-1, looking for their first Crossroads League win of the season. Bratcher sends it low to Eichenberger. Taken away by Rice, and he clears. Schmucker with it. Now Fonseca sends it back, looking for Bratcher. Does so, heads it nicely to Ashelman. He's even with the 18. Works his way in. Ashelman crosses right to the keeper, Weiger, and he had Bontrager there. Goal kick for the Knights. Weiger sends it long. Eichenberger wins it. Here's Webb now. Far side for the Knights. Plays it out wide to Hamoy. Back to midfield to Ane. Ane now will send it looking for Jenkins. Almeida heads it to Bayless. Here's Schmucker. Schmucker was looking for Bontrager, couldn't find him. Ane. And now a stoppage in play.
How do you say number 9's name?
Williams cramping. He will step off as a substitution.
Now we go. Ariel Macias checking in for Bratcher.
Number 9,
And for the
Macias, checking in
Back
for
in Sebastian
number
Gonzalez.
18, and number 32 for the Knights, Sebastian Gonzalez.
Getzai gets it even with the 18 on the far side. Here's Bontrager now. Passed it back to Weiger. Knights with possession. 9 minutes remain. They're on top 2-1. Weiger right to the foot of Eichenberger. To Macias. Near side. Macias trying to find Eichenberger. Ball's loose. Maple Leafs with it. Eichenberger plays it to Getzai. Getzai, top of the 18, takes a shot. Ball still loose and now cleared by the Knights. Almeida to Getzai. Getzai fouled. And a stoppage of time as the Knights cleared it unnecessarily. Maple Leafs will have a free kick in Knight territory. It'll be Getzai. Sends it to Eichenberger. Eichenberger takes a left-footed shot. It's almost in and is deflected off of Weiger. Will be a corner kick. Eichenberger took a left-footed shot from 40 yards out. It was lastly deflected by goalkeeper Weiger to keep the Maple Leafs off of the scoreboard. Corner kick for the Maple Leafs, their fourth of the half.
Whites are on fire. They're ready for this. They want a goal.
Getzai. Right foot low to Ane. It'll be another corner.
Again, Getzai with the corner.
Getzai will take another one, their 5th of the half. Unsuccessful on all of them. Getzai will be another corner, just on the opposite side.
Eichenberger taking the corner.
Eichenberger will take this one, their 6th of the half. They trail 2-1. Eichenberger plays it short to Macias. Back to Eichenberger. Now to Ashelman. Ashelman chips it in. Looked like a foul. Not going to call it again. Knights will throw this one near side to Gonzalez. Plays it to Almeida. Bodstieber to midfield. Knights with possession. It's Webb. And finally a stoppage of play. Villatoro was knocked down on the corner kick. Looked like it could have been a foul, which would have given the Maple Leafs a PK. Ref did not call it. Clock is stopped at 6.5 minutes. 2-1 the score. Knights on top.
Knights are coming in for a last-minute pep talk and strategy sesh.
Maple Leafs meeting at midfield. Villatoro still down. As he's now on to his feet. Bratcher will come on for
James
Villatoro.
Bratcher checking in for the Villatoro.
2 subs for the Knights set to check in. They will not do so quite yet.
And the 1-for-1 sub for the Knights, number 5. Will Mann.
Number 5's going in. Will Mann.
Maple Leafs will have possession at midfield. 6.5 minutes remain for the Maple Leafs to score the equalizer. 2-1 Knights. Both goals coming in, actually all 3 goals coming in the second half. Ashelman scored in the 47th minute. Jalen Rice scored in the 57th minute, and then Chad Williams scored in the 62nd minute. Back into play. Marchand plays it to midfield. And a foul. Rice sends one long to Gonzalez near side. Knights trying to draw a corner. Be a substitution.
Number 12, Kent Bailey
in for Marion.
going in. For number 2, Alex Webb.
Throw in. Eichenberger plays to Schmucker. Maple Leafs with possession. Schmucker switching fields to Bratcher. Getzai at midfield. Switches fields now to Eichenberger. Near side finds Bontrager. Bontrager working towards the middle, goes back to Schmucker. Schmucker looking for Bontrager down the near sideline, finds Bliley's foot instead, and Knights have possession. Bliley looking for Jenkins. Bodstieber, nice work to cut him off. Getzai near side. Plays to Eichenberger. Now Schmucker at midfield. Goes middle to Stuart Ashelman. Ashelman chips this one in looking for Bontrager. Bontrager with it. He's in the 18. Sends it in across. It's cleared by Merchand. And it'll be a Maple Leaf throw-in. Eichenberger to Schmucker. To Bodstieber. Now all the way over to Bayless, far side. Ball stays with the Maple Leafs. Throw in on the far side. Here's Almeida. Almeida still with it. Getzai. Goes to Eichenberger. Eichenberger to Schmucker. Back to Bodstieber. Bodstieber over to Bontrager. Near side, even with the 18. Sends one in to the box. Headed up in the air. Ball still loose. Maple Leafs with it. And a foul.
Three minutes left. Knights have the ball. Knights are up 2-1.
Weiger sends one down the near sideline. Headed by Eichenberger to Rice. Eichenberger throws it into Ashelman. Maple Leafs starting to sense the urgency. Ashelman goes to Bayless. Bayless sends it into the box. Right to the hands of Weiger. 2.5 remain, 2-1, Knights on top. Weiger sends it to Almeida. Almeida to Getzai. Getzai plays to Ashelman. Ashelman with space. Still working. Nice defensive work by the Knights. They clear all the way back to Fonseca. Fonseca plays to Bodstieber short.
They're playing a really high defense.
Eichenberger back to Bodstieber. Bodstieber up ahead to Macias, even with the 18 near side. Macias sends one in. Ball still loose. Ashelman takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Stuart Ashelman scores the equalizer.
Just under 2 minutes left. 2-2.
Stuart Ashelman scores his second goal of the night. The equalizer at 2. In the 88th minute, Stuart Ashelman scores the equalizer 2-2. Game is tied. Ashelman found the hole in the 18-yard box, waited for it, and took the right-footed shot, screaming past the hands of Weiger to score the equalizer 2-2. All three, well, so far this season, all 2 of the Maple Leafs games have gone to overtime. This one looks the same. 150 remain, 2-2 the score. Rice, near side to Webb. He's doubled and loses it. Ball goes back to the Maple Leafs. Here's Bodstieber. Chips it ahead to Macias. Goes to Getzai. Some room to work. We'll swing it back to Bayless now. Far side Bratcher. Getzai. Heel pass to Bratcher. Bratcher, top of the 18, goes back to Getzai. Setting up a cross, sets it in. Ball loose at the top of the 18. Here's Eichenberger with it. Chips it back in. Macias now with it. Maple Leafs still with it. Macias swings it back to Bayless. Now under 1 minute left. Almeida
50 seconds.
puts it low to Macias. Macias taken down from behind. Stuart Ashelman working. Swings it out wide now to Bayless. Setting up a cross. Getsai puts it to the top of the 18 off the head of Rice. Anay playing this one ahead to Jenkins. One-on-one with Almeida. Jenkins and Almeida give chase. Poor passing from the Knights. Schmucker, great recovery. No foul. Rice to Jenkins. 12 seconds left. He's at the 18. Crosses it. A terrible cross. Way over the head of his one option, and we are headed to another overtime period at the John Inglewood Athletic Complex. When we come back, we begin the first overtime period on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Back here on 91.1 The Globe, live from the John Inglewood Athletic Complex for Goshen College men's soccer action. What a crazy second half. We had 4 goals scored by each team. Two apiece is the score as we're set to enter the first overtime period of 10 minutes. We'll play 2 10-minute periods. If nobody scores in either of those periods, we will end in another draw. Again, the score 2-2. Gabby, what did you see from the Maple Leafs to score in that 88th minute to score the equalizer and force overtime?
Yeah, that was incredible, especially with the time limit and crunch on them. That takes a lot of skill to be able to keep their heads on straight and put one in the back of the net. They had at the beginning of the game, they had all this confidence, and then it kept going down, and then the other team scored, and so yeah, for them to come back and score another one and tie them, that's incredible, and it speaks volumes to the amount of confidence that they're going in with this game.
Maple Leafs, you have to think, have all the momentum going into this first overtime period. Knights certainly thought that they had sealed the 2-1 victory, and then with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this one, Stuart Ashelman scores one in the back of the right corner of the net. He's got 2 goals, one in the 47th minute, the other in the 88th minute. For the Knights, their goal scorers Jalen Rice, 57th minute of the second half, and Chad Williams of the 62nd minute. Maple Leafs, 3rd game of the season, 3 overtime games. Their first was a 4-4 draw with the Bethel Pilots all the way back on September 16th, and then last Saturday, October 3rd, they went into overtime at Huntington University where they fell 2-1, allowing a goal in the 99th minute of the first overtime period. Maple Leafs with work to do to try and win their first home game, rather just their first game of the 2020 season. They'll have to do it in overtime. Maple Leafs will start with possession. They again will be moving right to left. Knights will counter left to right. Actually, I misread that. Bontrager had the ball, but now it will be Jenkins, the Knights' leading goal scorer this season, to start the first overtime period. Two-two the score as we begin overtime. Knights start with it, moving left to right. Here is Rice. Plays it ahead to Gonzalez up the far sideline. Bayless heads it away and finds Bratcher. Bayless advances up the far sideline, looking for Bontrager. Merchant cuts it off. Rice advances for the Knights. Too far ahead. We'll roll all the way back to Fonseca. Bratcher trying to win first touch over Anay. Anay for the Knights will win it at midfield. A throw-in. Injured Knight. Far side, it is Merchant. Looks to be okay as Anay will throw this one in. Does so as it finds the foot of Getsai. Getsai plays it further ahead now, and it will be another Knight throw-in. Jenkins now with it far side in the corner. Wins a corner kick for the Knights. So just like that, the Knights are attempting a corner kick, their 7th of tonight's contest. Actually, rather, this will be the 8th of tonight's contest.
Maple Leafs will need to stay on the offense, making sure they get no movement in towards the goal more than they already have.
Here's Rice in the far corner. Puts up his right hand, sends it in with a right boot. Ball is in to Jenkins, who heads it to Merchand and in to the back of the net for a Knights victory. I was just about to say that the Knights need to watch out for Jenkins, their 6'4" striker, and just on cue he heads it to Merchand for a goal. Final score from the John Inglewood Athletic Complex, 3-2. We'll be back for game analysis on 91.1 The Globe and on the Go Leafs live stream. Back here on 91.1 The Globe live from the John Inglewood Athletic Complex, Maple Leafs lose their second game of the season to a goal scored in the 2nd minute of overtime, so the 92nd minute, by Merchant. That's Dylan Merchant as he scores the game-winning goal. 3-2. Knights win, and now they improve their record to 2-4-1 this season. Gabby, I turn things over to you now.
Yes, thank you. So the Maple Leafs, they were doing well, and they got nervous there at the end, even the end of the second half. And when they get like that nervousness and the anticipation, they move really, really fast. And when they're moving fast, they swarm each other and they don't communicate. So there's multiple defenders or offenders on the opposing team, where the opposing team can pass to their open player, because the Maple Leafs aren't on them, rather they're on the person who is passing. So that's the ball multiple times, bringing it back in the defense and switching the ball. They were good at passing quickly when they were slowing down, when they could wall pass, one pass to another player and one quick pass to the next. That's how they kept the ball, and that's how they got their last goal in the second half, bringing them into overtime. The Knights, however, got a couple in there, and they were able to move around the Maple Leafs in their own 18 and 6, and they got really good shots off of their corners. So yeah, they overall just slid in there and got their goals that they needed.
So two things from the pregame interview with Coach Victor Newberg. He said one thing that he did not like about his team this whole season was self-inflicted wounds, and that is exactly what the Maple Leafs did tonight. Chad Williams' goal in the 62nd minute was a routine loose ball that simply he just beat the Maple Leafs to it and was able to score a very easy goal. And then that goal was a tough play. Jenkins has the size advantage and was able to use it and put a perfectly placed ball to Merchant, who was able to score. That's going to do it, though, from the John England Athletic Complex. The final score, 3-2. Knights take this one over the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs fall to 0-2-1. Up next for the Maple Leafs, they travel to Grace College this Thursday night for a 7 o'clock start. For William Troyer and Gabriella, that's going to do it from the John England Athletic Complex. We'll send it back to the studios on 91.1 The Globe.